There's this one quote that's said by Annie Leonard. There is no such thing as a way. When we throw anything away, it must go somewhere. Today I'll be talking about why we should recycle. It's important for us to recycle because it will promote environmental sustainability as well as economic benefits. I have a question for everyone. When driving around or walking around, have we ever noticed a plastic bottle or any trash on the ground? We most likely have. Now I have another question. How many of us actually picked it up? I know if it was in our house, we most likely would have picked it up. So let's do a quick virtualization. Imagine the environment was actually our house and with just trash filled all over. Would we pick it up? We most likely would, unless we like to keep it messy. So today, I'll be talking about what are the environmental benefits when we recycle, as well as the economic benefits when we recycle, and what happens if we don't recycle. First, here are some of the environmental benefits. So, those are the two environmental benefits that I got from one article from Clark Chuck, and recycling pays off in many ways. One of the main reasons he said it would conserve our natural resources. What exactly does that mean? When we conserve our natural resources, we will use the recycled resources instead of making new resources, which would save lots of our forests, as well as help the benefit or help benefit the environment overall. Instead of making a new plastic bottle, it will use the one that we used before. It's going to be clean. So anybody that thinks it's not going to be clean, it will be clean. As well as it will reduce greenhouse gas emissions. What does it mean? Whenever we reduce green gas emission, it would help mitigate climate change. Those were some of the environmental benefits that I got from that article. Now, here are some of the economic benefits. From one book from Barbara Jacobs, Don't Throw It Away. Don't throw it out. Recycle, renew, and reuse it to make things last. And what she said in that book was, it will lower the price of throwing waste. When we dispose our trash, instead of sending to the landfill, it will be reused as make into paper or anything that needs to be reusable. It will as well, and she said in that book, it would provide jobs. When providing jobs, it will benefit the whole economy. And if anybody that needs a job, there will be job be there for you. Those were some of the economic benefits that I sent from that book. Now, I will go into what happens if we don't recycle. From what I got from an article that I read from Mr. Ackerman, why do we recycle? Why do we recycle? Because the two points I found were more trash will be in our landfill and we will only rely on new resources. What does he mean with more trash will be in our landfill? So, like as the quote said, trash has to go somewhere. It can't just be disappeared. It has to go somewhere. It will make a lot of mess, as you can see in the picture. It has to go somewhere. And on the second, we will only rely on new resources. What he means on that is we are going to only rely on virgin resources. Like, for example, we got to make new pieces of paper. That means we're going to have to chop down more forests instead of reusing our paper that we could have used again. So, what can we do? What can we do is know what can be recycled. Like, for example, the simple things is paper and plastic bottles, as well as glass and steel. So let's do a little bit of research, know what can exactly be recycled. Second, we can dispose our trash properly, making sure it goes to the right place. And reuse and repurpose items that we can reuse. If we can reuse it, let's don't throw it away. To conclude all of this, I have told you the environmental benefits as well as the economic benefits and what happens if we don't recycle. If we start recycling today, we will help the environment and not hurt it. As the quote said from Annie Leonard, there's no such thing as a way. When we throw anything away, it must go somewhere. So today I advise everyone, let's recycle one thing today. One thing can be very impactful. Or if we're going down the road and we see any piece of trash, let's pick it up and let's dispose it properly. As what I said, one small thing can make a big impact for the environment. Thank you guys, and y'all have a good one.